Assalamualaikum guys, my name is Daniel Bassi and I'm the MSA president of Kepner High School. I'm here to talk about certain controversial issues that happened at MIST. First thing I want to say is that this is a personal video. It's not. It's just a video that I was asked to be a part of. It's not a official representation of my MSA or my school or anything like that. The reason I'm doing this is because we had 56 competitors at MIST, all of which put a lot of time and effort into winning and doing their best at MIST. And when the controversies that I'm going to talk about, when they happened, they really upset me because although they're not my own, they're my MSAs, and as MSA president, I need to make sure that I do this so that everybody knows and that my MSA gets what they deserve. I'm not talking about any of my own competitions. It's going to be solely about other people's competitions. It's not me being a sore loser. I'll tell you, I wasn't that good at MIST this year, but in my MSA there are a lot of people that worked really hard, and I can't witness what I witnessed and be okay with it. So it wasn't my idea to handle it this way. I tried other avenues, and this is the only one that I can do now. Okay, so first I'm just going to give you a summary of what happened. Basically, after MIST was over, we got the ballots. The ballots have all the scores, everything written on there, how the scores were calculated, what we did wrong, what we did right. And when we were looking at those ballots, there were a lot of inconsistencies and a lot of anomalies, and that didn't make sense to us. We talked to a lot of MIST representatives, heads, board members, all of that, none of whom could give us a clear and just response. Actually, all of them told us that it was unacceptable and what happened was not right, and they apologized, everything. So it's not something that's it's even in dispute. It's already out there. They already know that something wrong had happened. First of all, so when that happened, because I know people are already talking about this, so I just want to clear up what happened and talk about what happened after MIST. When we were talking, there was a little argument between myself and another MIST representative. I was looking at the ballots, and another MIST representative tried to kind of take the ballot to look at it, and I was like, oh wait, no, hold on. And so I started pulling it back. I was like, wait, no, I'm not done looking at it. And so then another MIST representative, other than that one, he came into the picture, and he kind of grabbed it, and he was like, he wasn't even involved. He was just like, chill the F out, bro. You need to chill the F out. And he just starts cussing me out, and I didn't say anything offensive to him. I didn't call him any names. I didn't use any curse words. I didn't do anything. The only question I kept on asking him is, "Are you representative of MIST? Are you representative of MIST?" And he all the while I'm talking, he's still cussing at me. And finally he says, "No, I'm not a representative of MIST." And so I point at his badge that is hanging from his neck, and I'm like, "What's that then?" He says, "No, I just got this from them." And I said, "Okay, right, sure, okay." And then he starts telling me that I need to, continuing the cussing, and he tells me that he'll beat the F out of me right now, bro. I'll beat the F out of you right now, bro. He repeats that a few times. Don't come over here and try to act like you're hard. You something B word, and just a lot of things like that. And keep in mind that this is a MIST representative, and he's saying all these things to me. So anyways, after that, I didn't say one bad thing to him. I didn't say one offensive thing to him. I just took a drink of water, and I came back and I said salam to him, and he hesitated to say salam back to me. And then after that, even when we were having when I was having a meeting with the board, he wasn't there. Even then, I made excuses for him. I said, well, he probably just had a moment of temper. I see him at the mosque a lot. I'm sure he's a good Muslim, and I made excuses for him. And what I'm trying to say is, the point I'm trying to make is that that's how much respect that I and my fellow MSA have for MIST. And this video is not a diss for MIST. It's not an accusation or something like that. So we respect MIST, and we respect all the volunteers and everything that they do for us. The first competition that I want to talk to you guys about is the memorization, Brothers in Memorization. We had a couple of students compete in that, and I want to show you guys the ballots for them. You'll see them on your screen. If you look at this one is completely empty. There is no tallying of mistakes. There is no notes, no comments, nothing. Fortunately, it has the judge's name on there, and it has a random or arbitrary score with no explanation as to how that score was calculated. Absolutely nothing. If you talk to MIST, and as I did, I talked to all the board members. Every single board member that I talked to confirmed that the judges are supposed to use this ballot in the manner that is prescribed. They're supposed to mark everything. They're supposed to tally up mistakes. They're supposed to write the notes, but they did absolutely none of that. and they confirmed that it was wrong, and they confirmed that it was unacceptable. It's not something like, oh, it's at the judge's discretion to use the ballot or not. No, the MIST made those ballots for a reason, and the judges have to use that, whether they like it or not. And by not using that, they just wrote an arbitrary score. I'll show you the other ballot. This ballot, it just shows the same thing, completely empty. It's there's no tallying of mistakes, nothing, same thing. And on this one, actually, there's no name of the judge written either. It's literally just the student ID and score. That's not how it's supposed to be at all. I talked to the MIST representative again. She said that it was unacceptable. I will show you the third ballot, except for we never got the third ballot. We're actually missing a lot of ballots. The short fiction, we didn't get some ballots for that. I don't even remember all of them. We're missing quite a few ballots, and obviously there's no way of telling what happened to those, and I'm a little confused as to how they placed people if they didn't have all the ballots. And so that's another thing that doesn't make sense. So all this confusion, it makes you a little suspicious. But I mean, let's move on. That's just one competition. The second competition is for Nasheed, and well, first of all, I want to show you guys clips.
I'm a new soul, I came to this strange world, hoping I can learn how I can change my life. I'm a new soul, I came to this strange world, knowing I could get some advice, they do and try.
Yeah, they used to call me the best friend, stuck together with me every day back then. Then a time came where they tried to use me, led me the wrong way, and tried to make it with me. And no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to learn that they were never satisfied. It got harder as the hole got deeper, got a greater full of lies, but the mountains get steeper. I heard them talk trash every time I walked past, did whatever they could just to make the pain last. They would always try to boo to me, brutally bamboozle me, do to me what they do to me, but they never. Sitting there thinking to myself, I didn't want to die and end up going to hell. So I thought for a second and I made up my mind. I needed someone to trust and it was just the right time.
Praying 5 times a day, walking the right way, made do all day, but that was before I went astray. 9/11 was 10 years ago, I became my nation's biggest foe. My question is, what did I do? I was studying in the library of my school. So what do I do now? I can't be myself in this time. It's time to change my ways. It's time to get loud. It's time to blend in, 'cause it's better than being in this position. So take a look at me now. I told you the why, and this is instead of praying, I'm partying 5 times a day. This is my life, not for me, there's no other way. I drink to drown all my fears. I smoke for love from my peers. I'm weak and I fear the people, the stares and the glares. That's why you never see me wearing a thobe. But I promise you, I've been wearing designer clothes. I don't want to be hated, low rated.
Okay, so those were the Nasheed videos. You can compare them for yourself. But now I want to show you something really interesting. It's on one of the ballots for our Nasheed. And if you look at it, it's going to be on your screen right now. So if you look at the part where it says Section B in the third question, it says, does the Nasheed show originality and creativity? If you look closely, if you had the paper, or you can probably see on your screen, it says 5 beneath it, and then there's a really big 3 written in bold over that out of 5. Scroll down a little more. Do the competitors make use of the stage space, i.e. movement, body language? There's a 5 written there, and then a big 4 written on top of it instead of 5. The next one, it looks like a 5, but that one's a little messy too. The very next one, it says 5 and it's scratched out, and there's a 3 written next to it. If you go on to the next page, which will show on your screen, the judge's discretion, section E. It's basically what they think of the performance as a whole. That's written 15 at first, and then it's changed to 13 on top of it. If you show this to an analyst, if you showed this to an analyst, then they would tell you that this is, even if you read, actually it's, hold on. I'm gonna start from if you show this to an Alice. Okay?